Welcome back to the Fan Wire podcast. Oh man, oh man, I was super confident that the Maryland Terps women's basketball team was going to pull it out. They was going to take out the giant USC and JuJu Watkins. They played a heck of a game. They played a heck of a game. However, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. They beat themselves. I can't say that USC came in and took the victory. I can't. The Maryland Terps had the game. They had the game. They had USC shook. They had JuJu Watkins frustrated. I've never seen her that frustrated. They played exceptional defense. They had bonehead plays that pretty much sealed the deal. This is going to be a reaction based on praise and some tongue lashing. There's going to be some, hey, let's talk about it. So, unfortunately, USC won 79-74. And if you watch the game, you can't tell me that you didn't think Maryland had this game. JuJu ended up having 21 points, but she earned every last single bucket. Every single bucket. She shot 7 of 19. She earned them all. Cheyenne Sellers, the Swiss Army knife, the one that can do it all. She dropped buckets. She put the team on her back as much as she could. I do have one question, though, but we'll come back to that later. Cheyenne Sellers had 26 points. She left it on the floor. Shot 8 of 15 and went to the free throw line and hit 10 of 11. She did her part. She showed what she can do. I didn't really see her hit the three like I did in previous games, but she was efficient and she was effective. Actually, Cheyenne didn't shoot any 3-pointers. But what I always say about Cheyenne, she does what it takes to win or to try her best to win. She's efficient. She's miss efficient. No wasted steps, no wasted movement. She balled out. Let's see. Kayleen Schmickel. She had a good game. She had her moments where she couldn't buy a bucket. She shot 6 of 21. But with her being a volume shooter, she has to put up buckets. She has to make attempts. She has to try to attempt. Hopefully she'll make more than she missed. But in this case, it didn't end up that way. She played tough. She played hard. She played actually really tough. I like her grit. She was even trying to bully some of the USC players, and I like it. I like the makeup of the Terps. I like it. They're tough. They're built for March Madness. They're built for the Big Ten tournament. They may have lost this game, but they still showed a lot of heart. They showed a lot of heart. For example, Bree McDaniel. She was instrumental with slowing down JuJu Watkins as much as she could. The entire team, it was a collective effort, defensive effort against JuJu Watkins. The team, they threw one body at her, threw two bodies at her, and it was just a rotating crew. Never let her get comfortable. Even though she scored 21 points, but I said she earned every last single one. Them ladies made her earn it. That's all you can ask. Because JuJu is such a phenomenal talent. But for them to actually just sit there and make her earn it, make her work, make her get frustrated. Yeah. Because if this was any other team, she probably would have had 40 points. Because JuJu is such a great player. But I am totally impressed with Terps' defense. This was a chess match from coach to coach. It was just a matter of who was going to get the king in the end. And unfortunately, Merlin didn't capitalize when they needed to. They had costly turnovers. It was the little things that can make you lose a game. Ill-advised shot. Missing layups. A bunch of layups. Wide open layups. Just trying anything. Heat checking. It's the little thing that kept them from securing this victory. But this is a lesson learned. This is a lesson learned. This is a game of testing your will, testing your metal. This was a game of iron sharpens iron. Merlin can only get better. Merlin can only get better. They're already top flight. They're already good, really good, but they can only get better. Sometimes you need a loss. Sometimes you need a loss to the big dog. But, you know, we wish we could have pulled this out, but the basketball gods didn't let us. This was the whiteout game. This was already set in stone by the powers that be at University of Maryland to make this a whiteout game. And ironically, we had, 6 inches of snow? 6 inches of snow. So it's just funny how everything just went together. But we needed the team to be together. But, you know, we have more games to play. I will say this. When it comes to the rebounds, we hit the glass. Par from bar. I mean, she scraped the glass. Played 32 minutes. Had 17 rebounds. Her shot wasn't quite falling like normal, like I've seen in the past. But she was instrumental on banging bodies because USC, they got some big ladies on their side. They got some trees on their side, and they go after the ball. So it was a battle of will, and Poffenbarger I salute you. However, I will say this. I'll keep it real. Some of them shots, I don't know what was going on. Some of them layups, what was going on? That 3 at the end, I get it. You got to take the shot. So I just wish you'd have made it, but it is what it is. Now let me jump back to Cheyenne. So in that moment, I would have looked for you to take that shot. I would have expected you to take that shot. There were plenty of WNBA scouts in the building evaluating talent because there was a lot of talent on that floor. There's some definite players that are getting drafted this coming draft. So it's just a matter of who and where and when are they going to get drafted. So we definitely know that Cheyenne Sellers, she's a senior. She's definitely getting drafted. You also have from USC, you have Kiki Infrin. She had a stellar game, 21 points, 7 rebounds. She had a quiet 21 points. I didn't even realize she had 21 points. But she did her thing. And Rahal Marshall, another glass cleaner, 15 rebounds. Her and Poffenbarger, they clean the glass. I mean, professional. If a WNBA team need a rebounder, they might need to consider. Consider. Kennedy Smith, she did okay. She did good. Her shot was efficient, 4 for 8. But when it comes to Kennedy Smith, she was frustrated too because she can put the ball in the hoop, but she was frustrated. The Maryland Terps put that D on her. I believe that if we would have capitalized on those small things, we would have won this game. Because Maryland stepped on them, and they kept stepping on them. Even when USC started fighting back, Maryland was like, nope. But it was those little things, those little shots that took them out. And with that being said, I guess you could say we'll get them next time. But who likes that? So we're now 14-1. We lost to a top 5 team in USC. They're now 15-1. And in the conference, UCLA is still leading the pack, followed by USC. Then you have Ohio State, Minnesota, and then Maryland. So Maryland dropped 3 spots. But they still have a great record. They still have more games to play, even against a more top-ranked team. So even if we do lose a few, I think that their body of work and their schedule, I think they've already cashed in their check. They have their ticket already to the dance. So it's just a matter of time. We got to just keep up the good work, improve, make sure the right person's shooting the right shot at the right time to ensure that we don't have these issues. So with USC, they won the 3-point battle. 33%, but they had 19 turnovers. And they beat the glass. They won the battle of the glass. Merlin, we won the battle of the paint. Their frustration, they're going to take out their frustration on some future teams that they have to play. But it's good to know that Cheyenne Sellers, the Swiss Army knife, put on a show in front of those WNBA scouts. Some of the WNBA scouts that were in the building were our home team, the Washington Mystics, along with the Atlanta Dream and some other teams. But it's good to see the Washington Mystics in this game, at this game. So hopefully this turns into Miss Sellers coming and staying in the DMV. And maybe we might be picking up Miss Kiki Efren because she was solid. She was tough. I think she would grab more rebounds consistently, but she's still a great ball player. She's still highly effective. But I think that one of the main draft picks should be the Swiss Army knife, Cheyenne Sellers. She's dynamic. She can get you a bucket at any time. She reminds me of, I've been trying to figure this out. Almost wanted to say Penny Hardaway. Not quite. Not quite. I would say a mix of Penny Hardaway and Spencer Dinwiddie. That's her game to me. So with Miss Cheyenne, she can get a bucket, whether she's taking it to the rack, and she definitely dominated today, taking it to the rack. She was not playing. That mid-range jumper, it wasn't quite automatic today, but she figured out a way. She figured out a way to be productive, highly productive. 26 points, mean money. So I believe that the team beat themselves. They beat themselves. If Merlin didn't beat themselves, I can't say the refs did. I can't say USC did. No. Maybe in the last stretches of the game, USC may have. But we should have won that game. And it was a great turnout for this game. It was a great turnout in the Xfinity Center. Almost 15,000 people pulled up for the game. And they had that house rocking. They had that thing rocking. That game reminded me of an old school Merlin ACC game. Yeah. So we have to keep that going. I know JuJu was in town, and that was a big piece of getting that attendance up. But we, as Merlin fans, we need to pull up. We need to show these young ladies our support because they go on places. When the March Madness first round hit, I'm sure that Merlin would be playing at home. We need to be in the building, turning it up. It was turned up tonight, but it could be turned up even more. I mean, even more. All the way. Blow the roof off. So that 14,000 need to be 15,000. Easy. That's easy work. So yeah, we need to make sure that happens. I think that these two teams, especially since they're in the Big Ten, this can become a very good rivalry. A very good rivalry. Because both teams are set for the future. They have quality ball players that are in the waiting. Also, players that's going to still go on. You're going to lose some players to the transfer portal, and you're going to gain some talent too. So, look forward to seeing what Maryland has. Also, USC is set for a while. You know, they set. So the question is, once Miss Sellers goes away, who's going to take her place? Who's going to be the go-to? That's a question. That's a strong question. But right now, the story is about Miss Sellers. I believe she has solidified herself as a solid first-round pick in everybody's eyes, especially after this game. But of course, just a matter of where. You know, I'm gonna keep repeating it, keep saying it. You know, I want her to be a Washington Mystic because we need her. We need a dynamic guard that can do multiple things. And she's tall. You can't beat it. She can hit or she can score from all levels, every single level. It's no reason in the world why she cannot be a great option in the WNBA. Maybe even number one if she puts the pedal to the metal consistently. But more about this game. Both teams played super, super hard. This was like a tournament game. This was like a March Madness game. So we'll see what comes of this in the future. I do salute the Maryland Terps for their valiant effort, but sometimes that valiant effort is not enough. And it proved it tonight. So, ladies, let's get back in the lab. Let's figure some things out. I already know Coach is ready to step up to the challenge. I know every last single player is ready to step up to the challenge. We look forward to what you all have coming and what you all are going to pull out from here. So, yeah. Y'all got some people to beat up on once y'all get to y'all next couple games here. Yeah. But this was a nail biter of a game. It went back and forth, back and forth. It was a heavyweight fight. And this went down. I can't say nobody got knocked out. Neither team got knocked out. It went to the scores. It went to it was a decision at the last second. And, you know, USC got more points. Literally. On the scorecard, they got more points. They jabbed just enough. Just enough. But yeah, it was a great game. You definitely have to tune into more games. You definitely do. Because Maryland's coming. They go be a problem. They go scare some folk. They got the weapons. They're going to do it. So with that being said, that concludes the post-game reaction from the FanWire podcast. And this is your man Delano signing out. Y'all have a great night, and we'll be doing this again soon. Holla.